All right, this video is about demanding a an investigation in the murder of Dr. Sebi, also known as Alfredo Bowman, who passed away August 6th, 2016, at the age of 83. Very healthy man, was very um, energetic, had the energy of a teenager, and who mainly was famous for curing every disease known to man for over 30 years, maybe even much more than that. The way he died is not, is not normal. Uh, these people want to pretend that it's normal how he died. How is it normal to arrest someone who was found to have a few extra $100 on him uh, as he was preparing himself to get on the plane? And as far as I know, from what I've heard from someone very close to him, is that he was in prison for 2 months. And for 2 months, that's pretty much, that's a lot for just, carrying uh, more than the allowed amount of money on the plane. I mean, come on. Then he got sick in prison, you know, and then they took him to the hospital. So first of all, let's see. Dr. Sebi never got sick when he was taking care of himself, when he lived the life that he lives. He never got sick, okay? But he got sick in prison where they put him, where they were feeding him, in the conditions that they put him in. God knows what conditions those were. I heard he got bronchitis or something, breathing problems in prison. And the second thing that Dr. Sebi never does is Dr. Sebi never goes to the hospital. He was already curing people from all the diseases that no hospital in the world can can heal, can cure. Why should he go to the hospital? Why should he go to the hospital? You know? Even if he had an ailment, why would he go to the hospital? No. So they made him sick in prison. They forced him to go to the hospital instead of him taking care of his own condition and, you know, bringing his health back to normal as he does to everybody else, including himself. That's very obvious. You don't need anyone to come and tell you, oh, they did not allow him to use his medicine. It's obvious. Like Dr. Sebi would never even go to a hospital to cure himself in the first place. And he was in prison, so he had to follow orders or else. And then they say on their way to the hospital, he died. On top of all this, we haven't seen a single picture, a single video, autopsy, nothing of Dr. Sebi's body in full detail with all kinds of information about what condition he was in before he died, what did he die from, We didn't see anything about that. We didn't see anything. And so I'm calling all the Urwa family, which Dr. Sebi brought together, at least as a concept, but we exist, right? I'm pretty sure most of you are the ones viewing this video. We have to come together and pressure uh, someone into into bringing us the evidence and the information and the autopsy. We we want to demand an autopsy on Dr. Sebi's death. We need to see. We need to see and know what he died from, how he died, what happened, why was he put in jail for 2 months just for carrying, more than the allowed amount of dollars or, pesos or money, because he was in Mexico when he got arrested. He was going to, I think, the United States, but I'm not really sure about that. But it's crazy, and when he died, they only aired it one time on on the Mexic on the Mexican Mexican television, and in the United States they did not air it once. Nothing. They didn't even talk about it. I think I heard that it was mentioned in a very small article somewhere in a magazine, or like not even like on the main newspaper or something. I don't know the details, but I know for sure that the media did not talk about Dr. Sebi dying. They didn't even talk about Dr. Sebi when he was alive. So why would they talk about him when he died? So that's how messed up it is. And I feel very sad and very hurt and very angry as time goes by, and I don't see anything going on about pressuring whoever is behind all this, whoever is put in charge, who allowed this death, murder to happen behind closed doors. You know, like I cannot believe why nothing is being done to bring forth this information. I mean, uh, we have to do something. We really have to do something. We can just do it online. We can just we can create a just a page or a petition or whatever, anything. We have to do something. We got to do something, family. We cannot let Dr. Sebi's is passing go go in vain. Yes, we are uh, continuing his legacy. Yes, we are, you know, telling more and more people about him and about what he did and everything. But that's not enough. His his death should not go unnoticed. Uh, how he died, why he died. We cannot just let that go. We cannot. Okay, the system is trying to make us let that go by not even talking about it, not even mentioning it, and distracting us with everything else. No, sometimes in life we got to stop everything that we're doing and be like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait. This is very essential stuff. We got to focus on this for now. It's so easy to get distracted nowadays. I just get on Facebook. I think I want to get on there for like 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Next thing I know, I'm on there for 1 hour, 2 hours. YouTube. I mean, there's so much distraction, and it's in their favor that we be distracted most of our time. It's in their favor, and we should not do anything in their favor because they are not doing anything in our favor. So we got to wake up to that and do something about everything everything that's wrong in life. And so in this case, just at least just putting the attention on Dr. Sebi and demanding. I mean, we gotta talk to people who are in power, who have a voice where a lot of people can hear them. No, we need to come together in some one way or another and do something about this because this cannot go. Louis Farrakhan has to talk about this. whoever, you know, not even just in the black community, but anybody with a voice, with a strong voice, you know. But we would love to see it come from the black community because Dr. Sebi was from the black community. And we want to see that. We want to see black people doing something about his unjust, mysterious death or murder. But at the end of the day, anybody can do it. It doesn't have to be black people, but someone has to do it. We have to come together and do something about this, people. We really have to. We cannot let his death go in vain like this. It hurts me very much to see this, and 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 this is just another example, you know, of the system or the system officials just murdering people while making it seem as something else in the public. Like, oh yeah, they were sick and yeah, we don't know what killed them.
We had one sister, Ramona Africa, one of the Move Nine, who spent 20 years of unjust imprisonment, and she died in prison. We know they did something to her. We can't prove exactly what it was. Merle was fine. She was a strong, healthy Move woman. You know, she had a stomach cramp or virus for a short period, and they gave her what they call a lay-in. That means you're confined to your cell and you don't go to your job, you know, your prison detail. You don't go to activities. You don't go to school if you have classes. You're confined to your cell. And they bring you trays, you know, for each meal. And Merle told them, you know, she didn't feel that bad. She could go to her detail. They wouldn't let her. They told her she had a lay-in, she had to stay in her cell. They brought her, I think, 2 trays that day. And that night, Merle, she was my sister Debbie's cellmate. Debbie said Merle got up to go to the bathroom, and Debbie said she didn't hear her come back. So she got up to see, you know, what was happening with Merle. Merle had passed out. It took an ambulance 45 minutes to get there when they were only 10 minutes away. Next word we got, Merle had died. They changed the story about what she died from at least 3 times. You know, we wanted to know, what did she die of? First thing they said was natural causes. And we're like, well, what the hell does that mean? What did she die of? I mean, she didn't just close her eyes and go to sleep. What killed her? What did she die of? Then they said something else. And when we pressed it, they said something else. But we knew what was happening. And we didn't push that part any further because our position is we don't give a damn what it was. They killed her. When they took her from her home on August 8th of 1978, took custody of her. They had custody of her. They had responsibility for her. Anything that happened to her was their responsibility, their fault. If she stubbed her toe, that was their responsibility. They determined what Merle ate, when she went to bed, when she got up, you know. They determined everything. Merle wanted raw food, raw garlic and onions and potatoes, raw food. They said, oh no, that's contraband. You can't have that. Oh my God. But if she wanted cigarettes and couldn't afford it, they gave out free cigarettes. That ain't contraband. You know? So any way you look at it, you don't have to be complicated about it. It's very simple. They took responsibility for Merle, said she was wrong, she was criminal, sent her to a correctional institution, like they were going to correct her, make her right. So anything that happened to Merle, we don't care what it was, it's their responsibility. Because Merle was not living the life she chose. She had to live the life that those people chose for her. So they are in fact responsible. And we're determined to see that not another innocent moved person die in these prisons. We see how they treated Herman Wallace. Made him sick. Let him stay sick until they knew he only had a few days to live. Then they said, oh, all right, here you go. You know? We know how they treated Marilyn Buck. They did the same thing to her. Made her sick. Kept her in prison sick. And right before they knew she was going to die, here you go. There you go. Go ahead. You know? That's how sick and insensitive and treacherous these people are. And they wonder why Move fights them, why we will never, ever assimilate ourselves back into their way of living. We will never do that. Never. They have nothing to offer us. Nothing. You know, unless they can prove our way wrong, then they better leave us the hell alone and stay out our face. You know.